Okay, Mr. Beast getting exposed in 2024 was not on my bingo card for 2024 at all. Chris Tyson got outed not too long ago. The allegations were pretty damning. A lot of people came forward talking about, at first it was just talking to minors inappropriately, which is unacceptable. But kind of find out there may be more inappropriate things to add to that. And, not a whole lot of feedback to, pretty much denounce any of it. And then Mr. Beast came out and said, well, you know what? If these are true, I'm going to make sure somebody investigates this. Which I said, good on him. That's a good thing to do. If it's true, he needs to hold true to it and actually have it investigated so he knows whether or not the person did it. Some allegations saying that he already knew about all this. And the guy I'm going to talk about said he was already going to cover this stuff, but it already got outed. So he kind of cut that from his video. I think he said it was going to be a 3-part video, but now it may just be 2 parts. But this is the first part, and this is pretty much the one that came out 5 days ago. And it went over my head. I didn't see it. And actually, August the Duck did a video talking about this, and I stopped the video because I thought he was talking about something. Found out he was actually talking about a video, which was this video about Dogpack 404. And I went ahead and watched that video instead of August the Duck so I can get the background before I even saw it. Now, I still haven't watched August the Duck, so if we touch on the same stuff, it's completely coincidental. But after I get done recording, I get this set up, I will go watch his video, just kind of get his take on it. And also to top it off, actually today, the video that I was already ready to upload was about Castlevania, and I'll have that ready for tomorrow, because I was super excited about some games I was able to get a hold of. But that was actually scheduled for today, but I thought this was so important for me to talk about, I went ahead and just pushed that over, and here we are. So let me go ahead and start this off. If you don't have a drink, please get you a drink, because, whoa, this is wild. These are some pretty wild accusations. So first off, he's being accused of being a fraud. He's frauded everybody. Now, like I said, these are allegations, not my opinions. This is just stuff I'm presenting to you, and if this is all true, he's a shitty human being. And also, I did not know these things have been actually talked about way before this. So I am not only tardy to it, but even this video is a little late on exposing them. So first things first, I forgot to mention, this guy says he worked for him for a little while, maybe even a long while. And he's always been against a lot of these practices. Now, the practices in question is basically what you would call like a casino's practice to get people addicted to, like, gambling, basically. And the practices would manipulate, like, a child's mind into being a gambler, essentially, or sweepstake fraud, stuff like that, which is a lot of illegal things. Now, I'm watering it down by a lot, so if you want to go watch this video, it's an hour long. I'll have a tag below for you guys, or the channel. Sorry, I'll have the channel tag below if you want to go watch the video. He only has one upload right now, and if you want to go check it out, please do. Basically, he starts it off by talking about a lot of the CG and fake stuff in his videos. He says he doesn't fake them. He alleges that a lot of people are paid actors, which he showed one guy who's been on more than one video. And top it off, he's technically won something in both videos anyway. He won one contest, and he was the first one to be eliminated in a second contest, and he won a car anyway, which is a little shady, a little, little scummy, if I would have to say. And then to top it off, we got some of his long streams, which he doesn't have all of it, but the long streams are showing that he was supposed to be signing t-shirts, doing sweepstakes, giveaways, stuff like that. And when he did it, basically he said, "Oh man, we're losing money. We're not getting profit." Well, yeah, that's a gimmick. A lot of people say anyway. Car salesmen will say that. I think there's a South Park episode making fun of that, because there was that whole, if you remember, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning until like 8 or whatever. They do those showroom things where they have like a zoom in on a bunch of rings and necklaces. And they're like, "Oh my God, oh yeah, oh you're pounding my butt, oh my God, how do you feel that you are taking advantage of me?" Mr. Beast kind of employs those tactics, which usually prey on old people and children, and it works. That's actually what South Park was like, literally making fun of. They were going super meta with it, and it's true. And I never put 2 and 2 together because I didn't watch his content. But basically, the tactics are to basically be shiny, be enticing, and then get them to make purchases that they shouldn't be making. Let me tell you the biggest takeaway to me was him supposed to be promoting gambling to children. That was the biggest one. That's the one I didn't like. And just to kind of clarify, these are somebody else's allegations, and I'm watering it down by a lot. he gives a lot more backup, a lot more receipts to prove it. But I'll give you a quick rundown. Basically, he had it where if you bought a chocolate bar, you got a ticket, and it was basically almost like a sweepstakes. And you had a chance to win. And I think there was a site that was like a slot machine, but you had a chance to win. And the problem with it was you didn't have to pay. You could actually just enter in for free. But the free is also convoluted and costs a little more than the chocolate bar. You'd have to buy index cards. You had to send in, I think it was 5 or 10 fully signed or whatever, showing, your address and all that. You had to put them in 5 to 10 times a day. And then you had to, pay for your envelopes, your stamps and all that to send these like 5 to 10 times a day. And then that'd give you a chance to enter it in or buy a chocolate bar. Now, another thing, his chocolate bars when they were first made were supposed to have 4 ingredients, super healthy, super great. And kind of find out that he's changed the ingredients back over to basically Hershey. Probably a little bit lighter on the sugar, a little bit lighter on the calories, but we'll just say it's basically the same because it's still not healthy to have, 20 grams of sugar and being 150, 200, calories for a child. I wouldn't say candy is healthy in any way to advertise towards children. Can children have candy? Sure. Moderation's the best thing. And I know, speaking as a fat guy, moderation is key. But these allegations go further than that. To get back on the paid actors, basically. So he does game shows. Obviously, I'm assuming everybody knows this. Even though I don't watch it, I even know that. But basically, his game shows are supposed to have not technically predetermined winners, but they kind of doctor it as they go. They've edited some voiceovers and stuff to make things seem more intense. And then, like, one of the guys who kept looking back at the timer so he could, like, hit that time right at the 1 second mark, he won, right? It's supposed to be a random nobody. Well, kind of find out, and the guy didn't want to dox him, so I'm going to have to take his word for it. And like I said, I'm taking his word for it, but you don't have to. Definitely formulate your own opinion. But basically, the guy that won moved around wherever Mr. Beast lives, like 2 months before that. So apparently he may have got paid a lump sum because his house is worth like almost $1 million. And for somebody that's a lonely nobody and being vague on how he makes his money, may be a paid person by Mr. Beast, and he may get paid a lot. And if he paid him all that much, it may have been like upfront, and he bought the house and whatever else to live there. And basically, he won. It was like $800,000 or $1 million or whatever. And then he went on to another game show, which was supposed to be completely unrelated. I guess he was brand new. I don't even remember the exact details of it. But basically, he was in the one with the like 100 people in a circle. And he was the first one out. And instead of technically losing, he still got a free car. Which, by the way, makes you want to watch it more, make you get into it in the car. It was like a $30,000 car. And his videos, I know I looked at just his Mr. Beast channel alone, roughly makes like almost $10 million a month. It's between $500,000 and $10 million. Now, with the views that he's racking in, the subs that he's racking in, which is $14 million a month, YouTube is definitely going to be paying him out the $10 million. So I can see it being true that he could pay roughly 100 people $100,000, $200,000 a year, if not a month, to be these actors. So that's completely plausible. I'm not saying this. I'm just saying that's a plausible accusation that he could be paying these people off. One of the biggest damning things that I saw was he was talking about there was a boy versus girl video. Now they had to, for reasons that would have probably had an uproar, they basically allegedly moved the goalposts for the women so they could progress because a lot of them were dropping out and just wasn't wanting to deal with it. So they had to kind of change it to where the boys would lose more and the women would stay. And they said it would basically be this uproar of sexism and all this other stuff. So they moved the goalpost allegedly to make it, more feasible for them to win, so they can try to draw out the audience a little bit more. Now, there's a shit ton more to this because, like I said, it's an hour long, and I don't want to bore you with a 25-minute video, like cutting it in half with just my take. I just want you to go watch it. I would recommend you watching it. It's just a breakdown, and if this seems like something you're like, oh wait, this is wild, this is crazy, definitely go watch this video. It's not even ratioed like I thought it would be. It's actually surprisingly high. It was like, I think, I might be wrong, I want to say like 320-something thousand, almost 330,000 likes and like 15,000 dislikes. Now I assume because of my channel being smaller, it's probably not going to, I'm probably going to get cooked. I'm not even going to lie. By the way, I don't think Mr. Beast's channel is going to probably even take a hit. I think the worst I saw is it took like 50% decline inactive subs, which doesn't matter. He has 308 million subs, so I don't think it's going to be hurting him that bad right now. At this point in time, I'm almost positive that he'll recover. I mean, you got to think the amount of subs, the amount of views, the amount of attention he has. Doesn't matter if he hits a little bit of negativity. Pretty much his videos themselves are ad friendly, so they're definitely getting advertisers on them. They're pretty long. They constantly get children watching. They are merchandise, like selling machines at this point. And then his chocolate brand. I think this needs to be looked at. I think Mr. Beast needs to give an actual defense against this if this is not true. I've tried to do an outro like 1,000 times. I just did not know where to stop it. So I'm just going to go ahead and awkwardly end it. So yeah, that's about all I got to say. Y'all have a good one.